Hello everyone, welcome back to our English class. I hope you're all enjoying the classes, and today we are going to discuss our 10th class. One of the important play we are going to discuss. Previously we discussed a humorous play element. Now we are going to discuss in the human relations about the family life. How should a family should live? For example, in the first lesson, A reading, we discussed about the relationship between father and a son. And the second, another woman, we discussed the relationships, how the relation should be, and what's going on between mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, husband and wife. So in this play, we are going to learn about how to build a correct family, how to build a correct family life, how to construct a good family life from this play, The Never Nest. So the title of the play itself giving caution for us. Never nest means how should a nest means house here, how should a house should construct and how it should not. So here we are going to learn all these points in the form of play, and at the same time with a humor and with a sentimental emotions, everything will be mixed in this play. Let's begin the class. The Never Nest. So let me begin the characters here. Jack and Jill, husband and wife. Nurse and Aunt Jane are the four characters what we will get in this play. So first scene, where the situation means. The lawns of the house of means the house of Jack and Jill's villa at New Hampshire. The essential furniture consists of a table on which are writing materials and two chairs. As the curtain rises, the lounge is empty, but Jack and Jill come immediately, followed by Aunt Jane. So what the first scene of this play means, we can see a big house with a villa with all well furniture, everything there, all the table, chairs, benches and sofas, everything is available there. So when the curtain rises, all the three important characters will appear on the stage. One is Jack and his wife Jill, and later Aunt Jane. So these three characters will appear on the stage. So let's begin. So I will read all together, so that you can by listen you can understand clearly which character says which dialogue on the screen. All the letters, all this lesson will be appear for you, so no problem for that. Okay, let's continue. Jill: and this is the lounge. Aunt Jane: charming. Such a cozy little room and such pretty furniture. Jack: modestly: we like it, handy place to sit in and listen to the radiogram. Oh, have you got a radiogram as well as a car and a piano? Why, of course. And Jane: you simply must have a radio set nowadays, and it is so nice for me when Jack's away at business. I even make him move in the kitchen so that I can listen to it while I cook. Sit down, Aunt Jane. You must be tired, and so have shown you everything now. What do you think of our littleness, Aunt Jane? I think it's wonderful, my dears. The furniture and the car and the piano and the refrigerator and the radio. What's it? It's wonderful, really wonderful, and we owe it all to you. Aunt Jane: yes, Jack, that's what's worrying me. Worrying you? Aunt Jane: yes, that check I gave you for your wedding present, it was only £200, wasn't it? Or I didn't put 2000 by mistake. So now here we can understand. So Jack and Jill have owned a house, a villa, and they invited Aunt Jane, their aunt, to the house. When she comes there, she look at all the well furniture, all things, car, they have a piano, they have a radiogram, everything is available in the home. So Aunt Jane was little bit confused. Why? Because they got newly married. Actually 1 year passed after the marriage, and moreover what is happening here means she is saying that for your wedding and wedding day, maybe by mistake instead of 200 did I put $2000 instead of 200. No, that is not fair. But how you got all those things? And Aunt Jane asked, do you have radiogram? Yes, we have radiogram. And Billy saying that yes, and because when Jack went to business, I can listen the radiogram and freely I can do all the works. I can go for some time pass. It will be very free for me to enjoy the time when Jack was not available at home. I can take to radiogram to kitchen. I can listen. I can cook everything. I can enjoy. So it became a good time pass for me. Radiogram. And later what happened, Aunt Jane got tired, so they sat on a table outside. You can see on the picture. So they sat on the chair. So then what happened immediately, Aunt Jane was surprised for seeing all those things. Then Aunt Jane asking, how you got all those things, how you bought all these things. It was really wonderful for me to have such a beautiful villa for you, my dear Jack and Jill. Why no, Aunt Jane? What on earth made you think like that? Well, that's all right, but I still don't altogether understand. This house is very, very lovely, but doesn't it cost a great deal for rent? Rent? Oh no, we do not pay rent. But Jack, if you don't pay rent, you will get turned out into the street, and that would never do. You have Jill and the baby to think of you, you know. No, Aunt Jane, you misunderstood me. We do not pay by rent because the house is ours. Yours? Why yes? You just pay 10,000 and it is yours. 10 pounds and it is yours. You see, Aunt Jane, we realized how uneconomic it is to go on paying rent year after year, when you can buy and enjoy a home of your own for 10 pounds and few quarterly payments, of course. Why be Mr. Tenant when you be called Mr. Warner? I see. Yes, there is something in that. Even so, you must be getting on very well to keep up a place like this. Oh, he is, Aunt Jane. Why, only last year he had 5 shillings rise, didn't you, Jack? Of course, that was nothing. Really, I am expecting 10 this Christmas. Jack, I have just thought of something. That car, is it yours? Of course, it is ours. All yours. Well, no, not exactly all. How much for it? How much of it? Oh, I should say the steering wheel. Say the steering wheel and on the one of the tires and about 2 of the cylinders. But don't you see, that's the wonderful thing about it. I don't see anything wonderful about it. So now here a big conversation was going between Aunt Jane and Jack and Jill. So what was the question here means, Aunt Jane asked her how you bought all those things, and really it was very wonderful, my dear Jack and Jill. Not only that, the house was very, very beautiful, lovely house. So how much you are paying as a rent for this house? Then immediately Jack and Jill saying, no, Aunt Jane, you are misunderstanding us. This is not for rent. This is our own home. This is our own home. Aunt Jane got surprised. How you got such a well furnished and a beautiful lovely house for very, very after 1 year of this marriage? Then they are saying that, no, my dear aunt, we are not tenants for this house, we are the owners. Why? Because how many years, year by year we have to pay rent. How many years we will pay like that rents? So we became the owners. How you became? Very simple. By paying 10 pounds, we bought this house. 10 pounds? It is very surprising for me. For 10 pounds, how you got such a well furnished house? Then they were responding, my dear aunt, it is not 10 pounds. Why? Because every quarter, for 3 months, 4 months, we used to pay insurance, means EMI. We are paying no monthly EMI. So we are paying installments for every 3 months, 4 months. We used to pay installments. So after some years, we will get this our own home. So then Aunt Jane pointed the car. Is that car is yours? Yes, of course, it is our own car only. Then how you got that one? Very simple. And actually that is not our own car. That is ours. But Till now we got only one steering wheel, one of the tires and two cylinders is ours. Means we pay that much of amount. So later after some time, after some days, we will pay remaining amount, remaining installment. So then the car will be totally ours. Then immediately Aunt Jane got confused. Really, it is very confusing for me, Mr. Jack and Mrs. Jill. So I was really worried about your house. Let's continue. So but there is, Aunt Jane, you see, although we could never buy a car outright, we can enjoy all the pleasures of motoring for a merry £5 down and rest by easy installments, I suppose. Exactly. And what about the radio what's it? Well, that's the same. And piano, well, of course. And the furniture, I am afraid so. I suppose all you won in this leg. She points to one. Well, no. As matter of fact, that's that one. So what happened immediately? So she looked at another. So the car is not there. So then immediately she asked, what about radio? That is also installments. Then what about that furniture? That is also installments. What about piano? Or that is also installment. So what about the furniture? Everything is installment. So she is pointing the chair. What she said, maybe this one leg you purchase, maybe this remaining two legs you have to purchase. So then they were saying, no, that is not like this leg. Means another leg she was showing. So all they purchase in the form of installments method. So they are saying that we will enjoy all the pleasures at one time, because if you want to purchase one thing, it will become more time for us. So if you take in the form of installments, we will feel that installment is not a big matter for us. But how it causes, let's continue by reading this play. And the rest belongs to Mr. Sage, I suppose. Yes. Well, I'm not going to sit on Mrs. Sage's parts for anyone. Now tell me, how much do all these things installments come? Well, actually, he takes out his pocket book and consults it. Actually, £7.08 a week. Good heavens! And how much do you earn? As a matter of fact, that is £6. But that's absurd. How can you pay £7.08 out of £6? Oh, that's easy. You see, all you have to do is to borrow the rest of money for the payments from the Thrift and Provident Trust Corporation. They are only too glad to loan you any amount you like on note of hand alone. And how do you propose to pay that back? Oh, that's easy too. You just pay it back in installments. She claps her hand to her forehead and sinks back weakly into the chair, then realizes that she is sitting in Mrs. Stace's piece and lifts her feet again with a little shock. And Jane is thinking the matter. Would you like to lie down? Lie down? Do you suppose I'm going to trust myself in a bed that belongs to Mr. Sage or Marks and Spencer or somebody? No, I'm going home. Oh, must you really go? I think I had better. I will drive you to the station. What? Travel in a car that has only one tire and two things? No, thank you. I will take the bus. So now immediately what happened? That made Aunt Jane to surprise. So how much you are getting money? So she asked how much you have to pay for the month, for a week, as in the process of installments. Then immediately Jack opened his pocket and looked at a paper and he calculated all the list. For furniture how much, for car how much, for piano how much, for a table how much, for car how much, and for radiogram how much, so for refrigerator. So he calculated everything. After calculating, he said some amount, £7 and 8 pence. He said like that. So then how much you are, she asked how much you are earning for a week. I am earning £6. For example, look at simply 700 rupees he has to pay, or 7,000 rupees he has to pay for a week. And he is earning 6,000. So how a 6,000 person will pay 7,000 rupees as installments? Is it possible? It is not possible. Aunt Jane asked how you are getting, how you are paying that 7,000 rupees, you are getting 6,000 rupees only. Then immediately he said, very simple, my dear aunt, we are borrowing money from the bank. Then how they are giving? Simply they will give. Then how we will pay again? Installment process. So Aunt Jane got her. What this installment process? Everything you purchased in installment. Do you have any one thing as your own? Furniture is not yours, refrigerator is not yours, car is not yours, radiogram is not, nothing is yours. All is some other person's. Then how you will earn something in your life, your own? Then immediately Aunt Jane got, no, I don't want to sit here, I want to leave. I'm going home. Immediately Jack said, okay, don't worry Aunt, I will drop you in my car. Then Aunt Jane humorously said one word, that is, what? One steering, one tire and two cylinders. Is that your car? Will you drop me in that? Then immediately Aunt Jane said, no, I will take a bus and I will go. That is safe for me instead of taking off your car. Then, well, of course, if you feel like that about it, Aunt Jane, oh, now I am sorry if I sounded rude, but really I am shocked to find the way you are living. I have never owed a penny in my life cash down. That's my motto and I want you to do the same. Now look, here a little check. I was meaning to give you anyway. Suppose you take it and pay off just one of your bills so that you can say one thing at least really belongs to you. Oh, thank you Aunt Jane, it's very nice of you. There, now I must be going. I will see you to the bus anyway. Goodbye Aunt Jane and thanks so much for the present. So kissing her goodbye my dear. She and Jack go out. Jill looks at the check and explains £10. Then she hurries to the table, addresses to an envelope, endorses the check and slip it inside with a bill she takes from the bag and seals the envelope. Then she rings the bell. In a moment the nurse comes in with the baby in her arms. Oh nurse, I want you to run and post this for me. I will look after baby while you are gone. Certainly madam. She hands the baby to Jill, takes the letter and goes. A second later Jack comes in again. When she is gone, what a tatter. Still she didn't leave us a bit on account. How much was it? £10. Oh, Basil, phew, that's great. We can pay off the next 2 months on the car with that. I am afraid we can't. Why ever not? You see, I have already sent it off for something else. Nurse had just gone to post it. So now immediately, so Jack took Aunt Jane to the bus stop to get the bus. Immediately Aunt Jane, while she was leaving, she said, okay, don't worry, at least you own something as your loss. I'm giving a check for you, so take this and at least own one thing as your own. Say this is ours, so at least purchase one thing as your own. Then immediately Jack and Aunt Jane went out. Then immediately Jill opened the check. It was £10 check. Immediately she took an envelope cover and she kept the £10 check inside. Then immediately she did something and she called a nurse and she took the baby and the nurse went immediately to post that in the post box. Then immediately after some time, immediately Jack entered into the scene. Jack asking, so how much she given? Immediately she said £10. Okay, very good, thank you God. So with that we can pay for 2 months installments for the car. Then she said, no, we can't. Why we can't? Then she said, I already given that for something else. So what she sent, so why she spent the £10 on that? So we can see what they are going to earn, what they are going to say, that is their own property. Let's continue by reading. Well, that's all right. Who have you sent it to? Dr. Martin. Dr. Martin, what on earth possessed you to do that? Nearly in tears. There you are. Now you are going to be angry with me? I am not angry. But why waste good money on the doctor? Doctors do not expect to get paid anyway. Sobbing a little, but do you understand? But You don't understand. Understand what? Why? Just one more installment and baby is really ours. She is holding out the infant a little pathetically as we black out. So immediately what happened finally, for whom she sent the money, for Dr. Martin. Why for Dr. Martin means their own baby is not their own. Why? Because they have the pending of doctor's bill. So to pay the doctor's bill, they need one more installment. Then she is saying that, my dear husband, if you pay one more installment, this baby will be really ours. Till now, the nurse was feeding her. Why? Because they have to pay the money, then they have to take the baby back. So now that was the end of the play. You can understand how they were living. They are living in the world of installments. If we feel that installment is very simple, we can pay monthly, but with that monthly we are going into a deep debt. So that is a very biggest mistake what Jack and Jill did. So in this play we are getting to know that don't purchase anything in the form of installment. That was a suggestion given by Aunt Jen. Why? Because if you purchase anything by installment, that it will be not ours, because when we pay the total amount, then it will be ours. For example, if you won't pay the amount, what happened? Immediately middle they will come and they will take the property. So same thing here, we come to know the play ends how a family nest should be constructed, not in the form of installment. If you want anything, first you get the money, work hard, then you will get some money, then with that you can construct a good home. Really, it is very pathetic that their own baby is not their own. Why? Because they have the pending bill. Doctor bill has been penned. So now they are going to clear the doctor's bill, then finally they are going to own their own baby. So that is the end of this play, the never nest. I hope you enjoyed the play, and don't forget to subscribe who are watching this video first time. Share to your friends and let them learn the English classes without any problem. Daily you are going to taking one lesson for you, so it will be really enjoyable for you. So whenever you want to listen, you can listen. Whenever you want to like the story, you can listen the stories. Then you can make all people will be comfortable with this online YouTube classes. So thank you very much. Have a great day and bye bye.